these three colours. So this is one I've prepared earlier, and you can see how it starts off. You've got the beautiful dark shadowed red on the outside, and then you can notice how the way I've used the brush, you can see the strokes of red that have come through the yellow to create an orangey colour. Now this makes the petal look quite abstract, and that's exactly what Georgia O'Keeffe did to create her artwork. So what I'll do is start with the red colour, and I'm just going to paint a petal. You need quite a bit of paint on the brush. So I'm just using long, hard sweeping movements to create this effect. Now, one thing you can teach your students is that when you press the brush down hard, you get a flat, thick line. Now, as you lift the brush, you can see how the line becomes thinner. And if you turn it on the side, you can also get a thinner effect. So this is how to create different shape and line. Okay, so there I've got the outer edge of my petal. Now I'm going to put on some orange. I'm going to start at the base, and that's because it mixes in with the red to create a new colour. Just a tonal variation between orange and red. And again, just following the lines that I made originally. Okay, it's important to teach our students that there is no mistakes. Their work is unique, and they can play around with the brush. And the great thing about Georgia O'Keeffe is because her artwork was quite abstract, it has this ability to create these lines and different colours that, you know, it's not as hard to create a flower that is looking realistic. So I think that's a great thing that the students will be able to practice with paint without feeling the pressure of having to make it look perfect or realistic as they may think. So now I'm just going to bring